What is happening, Paris? What is happening, you all? Blessed Thursday evening from a Jamaican bedroom to where you are at. Yeah, man. And I hope if you come home and you're in your bedroom and relax, you might be interested in a little show back then story. Real thing. Real back then story. Experienced by a girl. Jamaican Debbie Debs. Yeah. I think I was about 8 years old. It happened before my brother that I told you before in the back then thing. I was about 8. It happened before he died. But to specifically say the month and the year, honestly, I'm not sure if I was probably between 8 and 9, but I was thinking about 8. Eh? My mother and I, where we live in St. Mary, our direct means of transportation in our district was the train. But my mother now, she loved doctor body now. She did love the doctor thing and get some tests run. She definitely, because they I had like a itch in my ear and something, and them continuous itching in my ear. Them tell them maybe she never understand what allergy was and all of them something. So she do something, make some appointment. I tell you little, remember them sitting there, but she said, look here, we have appointment at town for carry go a doctor. And that is that she said, and that's how it go. You're not asked, you're not chatting, you got to go. You do as you're told. So you're here from long time, we're going to town. We have got to reach to Kingston Public Hospital by either 7 or 7:30 X time. And at that way I work with. Okay. So our means of transportation was the train. But the first, we had 2 trains that passed each morning. But the first one we passed, it passed 7:30. So that time we for that town had the appointment already. But the bus now, it run in other districts. But them districts, they are joining to our district. You have to walk for go there. Miles and miles round the road you have to walk. But the train line now is a short. We use the train line as a little shortcut then for reach when the train is running. But mind you, when you're walking on the train line, you're doing it at your own risk. Anything happen to you on there, you will not be recompensed. You walk on the, I'm not sure if it's still, I guess it's still happen. And I guess wherever you're at, if it happens like that, please comment. You go on the train line at your own risk. You're not supposed to be on the train line. But you don't know, we use it because when you use the train line, if you travel from one district to another, it is shorter in our parish where we live. So she said, alright, go to bed early, fix up, put all the little thing what we do. So that's why I did the tutorial for you in the video prior to this one to show you what the buckle torch was like. We make a buckle lamp from overnight and we hide it and everything and we have it out a door there one little spot hide. So when we come out in the morning, we have a whole buckle lamp. Yeah, we call it buckle lamp, but it's like a buckle torch. But in our country, everything different. When you grow up in the rural parts of Jamaica, everything different. The speech, the language, every single thing is different from that of the city. Buckle lamp. Patois, buckle lamp. Lamp is not the patois, but the buckle. So it would be bottle torch, but a buckle lamp. Anyhow, we go to bed. No clock. We don't have no clock. So now, the moon, it was moonshine, but I think at that time the moon is full already and it's supposed it come up later. When when the moon full, it come up later and carry further into the next morning. So how we term it in the country, moon a carry day. And if any of you all who born and grow in the country ever hear that term, you must, once is at the rural part of Jamaica, moon a carry day, cock crow. You understand what I'm saying? Moon a carry day. So them time they know when you hear the cock them start to, most people would have really know the time when you want to leave early. When the cock them are crow fast behind each other. But after me come now to become a woman and adult, I realize that the cock them when it come into 12 o'clock, the cock them crow fast too. So it look like it catch my mother. The cock them a crow fast when it come on to 12 o'clock too, or somewhere after 12 there. Them have a time when them crow fast and continuously, and then after that time them stop. So it look like that it catch my mother. She must think say true, she hear them a crow. She don't stop to listen if them continuously hour. She hear them so she figure more or less say yes, they are lights or for left. No. She said, alright, 9 o'clock we wake up, get yourself ready. My mother she don't have a clue. I remember my father said to her, you know you're leaving out too early. You're not half ready for everything. But being my mother, she won't catch disappointment. She decided, say, yo, we're ready enough from ready, I cut, we're gonna leave. So now we catch we look back along. But on this train line, you know, we have 7 tunnels for go through. 7 tunnels. The first one we are going to back up on. When we're going to walk on the road, and when we come up, we're coming straight to at a crossroad where the train line and the road cross. So we are going to turn upon the train line right this side of the crossroad where the railroad and you know the intersection with the railroad and the regular road meet. We are going to turn. So the first tunnel we are going to back up on is that long tunnel with a bend in it. So we are going to need a buckle torch. We have a buckle lamp, buckle torch. Yeah, we're ready to end the mouth of the tunnel. Because let me tell you about the tunnel, let me know. When you're going into the tunnel, let me know. Remember, if you know what a tunnel is, please comment. Y'all who know what a tunnel is, I'm not sure if we tunnel them at Jamaica the same as other places. 2 open mouth places, dark open one end and one end. When you enter one end, there's a certain amount of strong breeze coming from the other end. You know? So, when we go there now, you say anything, it echo. But you say something, if somebody is at this end and they say anything, and if you're coming from the other end, it echoes right back and you hear it as clear as ever. That's how a tunnel operates. So now, she light the battle torch. Yeah, and we go through the tunnel. So as we go through each tunnel, you know, because the tunnel them have distance apart, you know, you come out of the tunnel, you walk in at the clear till you reach another tunnel. Remember I said me tell you, know. So as soon as you come out of one tunnel, you go out your battle torch because you don't want your aisle done, you know. That's why I made it to show you what I'm talking about. So you out your battle torch and you have it. When you're near to reach the tunnel, you have your matches, your match, you know, you light again. Each time you come out of the tunnel, you're out. That's how it goes. Yeah. So she light the battle torch and we go through the tunnel. When we come out of the tunnel now and she out the battle torch. We start out in the clear now with the moon shining up pretty and sitting. Not to have a clue what happened, what time of the morning, but you're a little child, you got to be doing and be going with what your parents say. You can't talk, you can't argue. Even if you suspect or say, why, you know, say it look like it too early, you cannot say nothing, you just have to go. That's how it goes. That's how it was back then. Eh? No, we start to walk. I saw a person or a figure in front of me, all dressed in white. It was a lady. And I didn't say anything. But me hear my mother say, we your father talk about say we late. See somebody earlier than we are. When come through the tunnel earlier in front of me. Make me walk up and go catch them. But she never said it so loud because the person was at a distance. In a little distance. So we start to chip foot now, we start to walk faster now because we want to go catch the company. But in my little thing we are going, me a walk, you know, with my mother because me hang on for her skirt, you know. Because she a carry me, you know, because with fair speed as she, me a fair run and have my foot up, buck up on her them something, but me have to go. I've got to go. So, in my little thing where I go on with me now, I don't know if that is happening with her, and I guess it was the way she said after at a certain point. Me, sometimes me feel like me reach near up to the figure. But then after next time I feel like something pull me back and then me they far from this person before me. And then the next time I feel like me reach out. Near up. I say, yeah man. And then you just find yourself pull back again. So me hear when my mother say, so what kind of somebody that no, she said, how will you this in front of me? Exactly. How will you this in front of me alone I walk and me I try to catch you. Me can't catch you. Every time me look like me I catch you up, me not catch you. How will you? And then listen to me, we were in the train line Paris. Straight railroad line. Woodland and Hills High. Hills High Woodland. That part of what me I tell you. And all I could hear, high up from over the old tree them and all boat coming from some far back. The figure in front of us walking on the train line. And I heard it coming from way up and over. You don't know me. I'm a stranger. The woman in front, the figure in front of me, I say a woman can look like a woman figure. And my mother asked the question, who you in front of me? I walk up so fast. Yeah, me I try to catch you, and me I try to catch you, me can't catch you up. And the person, when I heard the voice, the figure was still before me. And that was where the voice came from. My mother must hear it too. Okay. After that, me just feel my head just gets big, like, you know, my head just feel big, and like me look up my body, just feel little bit underneath it. Them time I don't even know what they matter about head race. Since I become teenager or something, I knew I felt that, but I don't know what it was. But me know some head just feel big up on me, you know, just feel like humongous over me, and then like my body small underneath it. Me still not say nothing because me get afraid now. Hang on for my mother tight. And you know what happened? My mother never said nothing. I don't hear my mother say nothing. I don't hear she say another thing more than she continue walking. She never said nothing. Continue walking and reach the next tunnel. She stop now. If you go light her lamp for going in the tunnel. Not a lamp. The breeze just come and just a blow, just a blow. The battle torch could not light. And we stood there and we try. Till she just stopped. Not saying anything still in a party. Not a word. Me not say nothing because back then, as a child, you are to speak when you are being spoken to. Can't open your mouth. Nobody never asks you, nobody asks you a question. Shut up. Speak when you are being spoken to. That was it back then. So me not hear she say nothing, me not say nothing either, because me not saw it go. That's how I know, that's how I was brought up. She had tried to, me never hear she say like, you know, me never say she never hear, no man, she done, and utter something, she don't say a word. She just proceed, and me, because she carry me, no, me just hang on upon her, and continue to go with her. We fumble over here and go, because it not light. But those tunnels, they weren't as tall as the other one. But it's still dark. But guess what? Some people used to do it without battle torch, you know. So we get used to it. So we feel we we try to stay in the middle. Because you know the real them there to the end. So we try when enough time we go through it without battle torch, man. But through in the early morning, because in the day when we go through it, we don't use the battle torch. We use the eye and watch the real, because the real shine. So you watch the real ahead of you out there and you stay in the middle. That's how we go through it. And I promise you all my Paris, I know you don't like it. You see, when we reach St. Mary, I'm going straight in that tunnel there we do know. Yeah, carry on. I might not go through all, but I'm going to take you through, especially that long one. It's going to be dark in there, you know, but we work out something with the camera and some lighting. Alright. So come back to where we there now. So, we don't get the back of torch light, so she not say nothing. So she gone through it. When she read, you know, we go through that one there, fumble and go through it. You know, when we say fumble, you know, we stagger and go through it. Figure still ahead away. My mother not say nothing. Me not have to say nothing either. Right? And me still feel, maybe that the two me I want, me not feel me head so much again, but me kind of feel wobbly. Not talking because me feel one of the time like if me did try to talk, like me not go talk. But me a pitney, so me not understand. But I felt that if I wanted to talk, that I would not be able to talk. But me not have to talk, I just keep myself as a little girl well scared. My mother not say nothing but me a go on. I'm not dead, I'm alive. When we reach to the next tunnel, she stopped for try to light the battle torch. Battle torch not light. And for the rest of the way on the train line, we went to the first tunnel. The battle torch lit. Remember I tell you says after we come out we still figure either way, you know. Right? And for the other 6 tunnel, that battle torch never light. So we finish out with tunnel them now we come. So when we come to, when we finish them, we come a little more way upon the train line. Then now we are going to see the train line is like this and the road is right there. So we'll come off of the train line and cut. So when you cut right there, it's like you reach to another crossing. The railroad and the road cross. So that is where we're going to branch off now for go catch the bus. Okay? And when I don't know, honestly I lost track of the figure ahead of me. I don't know when it missing, me can't say. I don't remember that the part. I can't say when that figure was missing. But that was the first time from my mother asked her, who you? I mean, I walk and I can't catch it. That was the first time my mother speak. And I hear she say, yeah man, it don't look like the bus gone. And she said, come now. And put on, you know, come I wear my little old shoes and my little old slippers. She said, come, put on your little socks and your little something. Because you know, we are coming through bush and, you know, roughy road and you got town and you have your little, but they carry my little pretty socks and my little pretty shoes to put on. Wipe off my foot, you know, with my little piece of cloth and put on my little shoes and then no. Because this bus where she go catch, you know, is supposed to pass 4:30, you know. Parry them the time the 4:30, man, that night, you know. But the people them going to the market, them out there with them producer wait because them want to come catch the early bus to come sell and to come back home. Them can't wait for the train. So their district is near to the bus too. So they choose to use the bus because the bus is early. Because most of them want to go to come back the same evening and to probably go the next day because that's how they make them bread. Now, my mother came and we go down at the bus stop and we did that. My mother never said nothing to me. She never said anything to me. She never uttered a single word to me about it. You forgot about it now, because you know you come at town and you go up on your appointment and you know say you go get one patty and one them time there the ice. We call them sky juice, them shave the ice, put it down in a plastic bag and you get a straw and the syrup and the water. Yeah, country people, you know, still them listen to it till you come at town. So you go to the appointment with the mother and it done, and when that done, she carry you go buy one patty and one of them listen for drink. You know remember one God Almighty thing about nothing really that happened. Because we weren't coming back by that route, you know. We would catch a train now to come home in the evening because the train is well within our time limit now. So we are catch a train for come back home. So we are going to pass through them tunnel when you come back, but in the train. And the night now go catch it. And same thing because the patty and the sky juice they lick them out of head. You know remember because your country people come at town. Eh? And she never said anything. She did not say anything about it to me. When I came home now and everything settled. Coming honestly I did not remember. Is when I heard her telling the story to my father now. I heard her. She had tell it to my daddy. And I remember I heard when my father said to her, do you realize that was a spirit? Do you realize that it was a spirit? And it was dumb, that spirit dumb you that. And I heard when she said to my father, said, she tried was to say something more to me. Yes, Barry. She said she tried to say something more to me, but it's just that she couldn't talk. And my father said to her, do you realize that it was a spirit and I was telling you, so you go out too early. Do you realize? Because she didn't read the early picture in the park. Because one good time with them before that bus sitting there coming up. Because the people that was down here look like them come out extra early because them a tie up them, you know, a bag up them something so them come out. It's a whole crew of them. And just me and she alone. So my father said to her, do you realize that it was a spirit? You went out too early? And did you realize that when you tried to say something to Debbie again, you could not? She said to him, I tried to say something to Debbie, but I could not. And my father, my father said, do you realize that it's dumb, that spirit dumb you? From the mere fact that you open your mouth and ask who you, I can't catch you up. The spirit, like my father said, the spirit never pleased with that. Barry, back then, I went through that. As a little girl grew up in the country, yeah man, them thing there, they stood out in me right now. I don't know. I am asking you, what do you think? Who do you think it was? Have you ever had, all of you who grew up in a country, and look here, I don't know if the people who grew up in the city can attest to anything. Maybe they can. But if you was brought up in the country back then, because somebody, I was saying something, and I think on the other channel, and I say I was born in the 60s, and somebody commented and said I was born in the 50s, that's how it was. I think it was with the stew chicken and the brown stew, and the person commented and said I was born in the 50s and that's how it was. I was born in the 60s. And if there's anybody that was born in the 60s like me and I ever experienced anything like that, remember, when I talk about that dopey and that, I'm just sharing with you what I experienced. And maybe somebody out there experienced even something more than that. What do you think? Who do you think it was? And if you was born in that era and you have ever experienced anything or something close to that, please to comment. I hope you all may enjoy this little back then video, and I hope nobody not feel afraid. No man go to your bed. It was just what I experienced then. Because back then, if we tell that to anybody, as kids telling each other that, we would be afraid. Because back then, you know, as Pitney come up, you know, them thing there was like real. People die so often. The people that are dead, you know them. They bury them right near to the roadside. Once them have them property, them just bury them almost in the road. It was real as real back then. But we didn't know. We don't know. That was just like the closest encounter I would come. I don't know who it was. Who do you think it was? If you have enjoyed this little back then with you, and if you have enjoyed this little back then with me, and if you were in my position, but I couldn't do anything. I just couldn't do anything. I could just had to, you know, I just have to just roll and work with the program. But you know, every day as an adult, a big grown woman, I don't get grandkids as yet, but I'm still a grandmother. If my son had gotten any kid already, I would be a grandmother. So I could be a grandmother. Each time I always sit, and when I sit, I when I'm being by myself for a certain time, that thing and others, they always come back to me. And until my mother passed, she never discussed it with me. And I wasn't at liberty to go and say anything to her about it. But I overheard her saying that to my dad, and that was what I heard my father said to her. So if you have liked it, please give it a thumbs up, share this video with your friends, and continue to subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support right here on the Jamaican Debbie Debs train. And listen to me, we're going to take this train and we're going to go to St. Mary one day. As I told you, I'm working on a decent vlogging camera. Good camera for goddess to pick up everything. I'm going to take you, not on the train that I used to drive on, but on this Debbie Debs train. And I'm going to show you some of those places that I'm talking about, to let you know what Debbie Debs is saying, or what she had said. It is as real. It's real. So remember to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you when we see you again, when we get this engineer rolling back again. And remember, it doesn't matter what. Never let the evil. And when I say never let the evil around you, it simply means never let the evil things that people do around you. Don't, if they are doing it to you, even if it wasn't meant for you, don't let it take control of you. Steer on top of things.